And tonight, two teams, Brent, that like to get into their sets, work the ball, have a little patience. Back in your day, what was your favorite play to run in half court?
Any NBA player, Kevin, will tell you their favorite play to run in the half court was any play that was called for them. Yeah. So let's start with that. But most of the time, I just enjoyed sets where the ball moved around. 4 or 5 touches. We talk often about good to great, but when you knew the opportunity for you to shoot the ball was there, but there was a better one for the next guy, that's when you're operating at a high level.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Handle out there with Taj Gibson. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Barrett, and it's Ntilikina in at the 1. And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. There's the pass to Barrett. Six to shoot. To the middle. Here's...
Oh, that's nuts. Randall getting up there, turning a little bit, and putting on a bit of a show here.
Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach David Fizdale.
Well, Kevin, he gave me some broad strokes regarding the game plan. He said we want to work the ball into the paint, high percentage looks, and then get to the foul line if we can. We'll see how they try to accomplish that throughout the game. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. Here's Ntilikina. Darius Garland picking up that last basket. And stolen by Sexton. Passes it to Thompson. He gets it in there.
Sexton working the ball to a teammate. That's what you want to see from him.
So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. 4-point game. Now, here's Barrett. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Pass to Ntilikina. Shot clock at 6. No good from outside. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Osman, the pass to Sexton. The shot off that time. Great D that time from Gibson. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way. And yes, it's good. Randall's got his second basket.
Yeah, Randall does a good job. His frame alone helps to create some space. Just with a little pivot there, able to find a way to score.
Here's Osman. He's defended by Randall. And that one is stuffed right through.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And here are the Knicks now, following the score by Cleveland. Gibson looking it over. Pass to Ntilikina. Trying his luck from deep. It doesn't go for him. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
I mean, in the modern era, you have to be able to stretch the floor or you're going to struggle.
Yeah, the best way to make it hard on teams is continue your motion, and their motion on the perimeter just wasn't good enough. That ended up costing them.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Randall. Tries again, and it's blocked. Here's Osman. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now, he averages about 9 points a game.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Here's Ntilikina. 7-point differential. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. And here's a look at some numbers for Barrett. Here's Sexton. 17 points for him last game against Philadelphia. Now Garland. Thompson outside. The pass to Sexton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From downtown. Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
Well, that's what Tristan Thompson does best, just working the glass and working the D over.
Here's Ntilikina. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. to end the drought, and it's Randall getting it to go. The Cavaliers leading by 7.
Last year, interesting under-the-radar season as Tristan Thompson statistically had a very, very good year. A career best rate in rebounding, scoring, and assists. That's a big guy down on the inside, and Tristan Thompson provides you some great foundation on a nightly basis to bring physicality to the game.
And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Five on the clock. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. And let's take a minute now to give a tip of the cap to the top rookie defenders in the NBA this season. R.J. Barrett, 4th. And, of course, Darius Garland.
And really both showing a gift at the defensive end, applying pressure and picking pockets.
Here's Ntilikina. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. And as well as he played last season, the former Iron Man, Tristan Thompson, struggled with injury.
Yeah, fewest games played of his career in any given season. And for a guy who went 4 straight seasons playing every game, deep into the playoffs, games that physically and mentally take a toll on you, last season was a tough one for Tristan that way.
Here's Ntilikina. The Cavaliers making the shot. Over Love. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Now, here's Garland. 11 points last game. Thompson finds Love. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Love's got 5 points so far.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Ntilikina passes to Barrett. It's good.
And what a basket by Barrett, looking unafraid to take on these difficult challenges down low.
And Greg, talking to scouts about R.J. Barrett, they love the athleticism. But what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yeah, some elite prospects will take plays off. This guy never does. He's not one that sits around and reads his press clippings. He's a warrior, a leader, and he's proven to be a winner.
Sometimes when a shooter misses a wide open shot, Brent, you hear, oh, he had too much time. I mean, is that really a thing?
I mean, in life, do we really have too? You never have too much time.
Never have too much time.
You can never have too much time.
I think about Marc Gasol, like in the finals and the playoffs last year. He would sit there and no one would even be around him.
And he's tiptoeing like, do I shoot? Do I shoot? I think it messes with you just in terms of the psychological part about like,
it's got
why,
to. It's
why
got
isn't
to.
anybody guarding me here? Well, if you're a bad shooter, there's a really good reason why they're not guarding you.
And with the chance, let's take a look now at the numbers for Thompson. Averaging 15 points a game, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's been a rock in the middle for them over that stretch of games. Dominating the glass is his trademark.
I feel like those rebounds are wearing down and eroding the opponent. His effort right now, physically and mentally, has been good.
In transition, here come the Cavaliers. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Thompson misses.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And for a lot of these kids, Greg, it's interesting how quickly teams expect them to get up to speed. Case in point, R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, he had only the 1 year of college, already being asked to produce. Fortunately, he's very mature for his age and generally plays up to the level of competition.
And that one falls for Barrett.
And what you like about Barrett is his all-around game, a versatile guard / forward who wants to keep improving.
And so he makes both from the line.
Well, the Knicks had a lot of turnover trading for expiring contracts. They did what they could to accommodate the wishes of a lot of vets.
Yeah, the problem right now for the Knicks is they're not inviting to a lot of free agents, and that's really where they're trying to make their play. So fascinating over the course of the past decade that New York has not been able to attract the top-tier talent. So building through the draft, Coach Fizdale hopeful that they'll land a star one way or another.
Now here is Smith, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Stolen by Dellavedova. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Porter's running. An easy 2 points on the layup. And the Cavaliers lead by 9.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
There at the pass to Smith. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
And here is Dellavedova. He kicks it to Clarkson. There's the triple. His fourth shot, his fourth miss. Still looking for his touch tonight.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
And the basket by Knox.
Well, Knox getting these kind of baskets really going to help the entire offense to get going.
Dellavedova, the pass to Thompson. Porter looking it over. Robinson pulls it in. Knicks trail by 5. Here's Knox. Porter with a block. That's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. And the Knicks making a change here. Ellington's checked in. Cavaliers on D. Portis finds Robinson. Here's Knox. Just 5 on the clock. From the arc. That one misses. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Smith outside. Goes back up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Nance.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
I think Mitchell Robinson is one of those guys. We saw it last year. He might get 4 or 5 blocks a game. So many players tempted to shoot outside shots because Mitchell would play off of them, and then quickly he would get to them and deflect the shot. So incredible quick twitch fibers and quick to the ball to make an impact defensively.
That free throw, no good. And with Robinson, if he played a full 40 minutes every game, Brent, his block numbers would be outstanding.
Look at you, Kevin, digging into the per 36 minutes statistics.
Yeah.
I like it. He's a great rim protector. He has great activity down there. And if he can stay with the game plan, I think Coach Fizdale is going to find ways to give him more minutes in this season.
You know, so many great dribblers, ball handlers in this league right now. Who's the best at shooting off the bounce?
Well, three prime candidates to do that, Kevin, exist at the point guard position, and I put James Harden in the point guard category with how much he has the ball. Harden, Kyrie, Steph Curry, three great names that are able to find their way to get the ball into the shooting pocket. No matter where they move off the dribble, finding consistency. It's a really sought-after attribute in the players who are coming up now because of how impactful these guys have been.
Portis, Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 5 rebounds tonight.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Clarkson looking for an opening. 6 on the shot clock. Nance outside. And Kevin Knox gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter. He can't get it to go. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Here's Ellington. Porter with a block. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Porter. .23 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Portis.
And you know what? Call it great defense or poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their scoring.
Down low. Clarkson with the ball. From deep three-point range, and that one released in time, but no good.
Knox taking defense seriously right now. A good sign when a young player wants to commit to that end of the floor.
And so it's Cleveland with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back to the action after this word. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from his mother.
She gets up at 3, 4 in the morning and gets off at 1, 2 in the evening. You know, she works hard for her 4 boys. You know, she breaks herself off daily. You know, I always try to pride myself in hard work also because how hard she worked for me.
And she was a basketball player in her own right. Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up basketball when she had Bobby, but she encouraged him to pursue his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Nance and Thompson are up front. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Porter in at the small forward. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. The promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. Well, Kevin, we know one thing. In New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
And D.A., that's when he is at his best. Thank you. Dellavedova, the pass to Thompson. Now, here's Clarkson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia.
He also did a masterful job in that game of drawing a lot of fouls, so he's creating havoc for the defense.
And so it's New York with it. The Cavaliers making the shot. Smith outside. Lets it go from 14. The slam dunk by Robinson.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Here is Porter following the score by New York. Clock at 6. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by New York. Last time they met in New York.
Yeah, in this game, they'll want to approach things a little differently, I think. Got blown out last time due to being a little too aggressive on the defensive side.
And that led to a few of their key guys spending long stretches of the game on the bench because of foul trouble. Hard to find yourself back in a rhythm when you do that. Kevin Knox was a bit of a mixed bag in his rookie season, and that's to be expected on a team that didn't have a tremendous amount of consistent talent on the floor. He struggled with his scoring and showed some flashes shooting the ball. It'll be interesting in year 2 where it is that Kevin Knox has made some improvements in the offseason.
That free throw, no good. And with Knox, Brent, the athleticism is clearly there.
Oh, he can get up and down with the best of them and can rise up and do some exciting things. But for Kevin Knox, it's about consistency. Can he get to some spots on the floor where every night he's capable of making plays, whether that's for him or doing something off the bounce? That's the next step for Kevin Knox.
And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man, Colin Sexton, already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Knox.
What's up?
The rookie class last year was very impressive, especially the top 5 picks earning all rookie first team honors. Colin is one of those guys last year, 3rd among rookies in scoring, and really was good towards the tail end of the season.
Here's Osman. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And Morris has got the ball here for New York. They trail by 9 points. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, you know they wanted a few of those plays back. What a tough way to go out in that one.
Yeah, really a game that they should not have lost, but sometimes even when you play your best, it might not be good enough.
And Sexton, the 3rd rookie ever to average 16 points per game with over 40% from long range, and Brent over 80% from the line.
Yeah, a lot of that, Kevin, came late in the season as he tried to get his footing early on. Scored 20 points or more in 8 straight games. He was the first rookie to do that since Tim Duncan did it back in 1998.
The Cavaliers leading by 7. Here's Osman. 7 points in the game. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That is his first foul of the game. Passes to Osman. Just 5 to shoot. There's the dish to Garland. 3-pointer.
Quick defensively. Very, very nice lateral movement. Lockdown defense from Ntilikina.
Morris kicks to Ntilikina. Some nice passing by New York here. Now Ellington. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Buries the long-range jumper.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Osman. Kicks it to Garland. Pulls up on the elbow, and the jumper falls for him. Garland's got his second basket of the game.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Pass to Gibson. Pass to Morris. And that's collected by Love. Love's got his fourth rebound in this one. Here's Sexton. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Sexton with the ball on a string with a beautiful sequence.
Knicks trail by 8. Here's Ntilikina. Cavaliers with the rebound. Love's got 5 rebounds tonight. It's rebounded by New York. And here is Morris. 14 points from him the last game against Charlotte. Here's Ntilikina. Back to Morris. Over Sexton. And the Knicks miss again.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. Sexton's got 7.
Too easy that time. Sexton sniffing it out and then getting to an area on the floor that made that one easy.
Outside Gibson. To the paint. Here's Ellington. Sexton grabs the board.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense, not really a factor.
Here's Ntilikina. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And it goes down 2 points.
Gibson fighting through the contact and not taking no for an answer. Love that concentration.
Now, here's Garland. Guarded closely. Love outside. Sexton the pass to Love. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Knicks trail by 10. Now the pass to Morris. Passes it to Ellington. Here's Ntilikina, defended by Sexton. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul against Cleveland.
If you get aggressive like that, the defense has to react, and Ntilikina, the beneficiary of it.
Well, it's been an up and down start to his career, but we do know that Frank Ntilikina can play defense.
Interesting to see how it is he progresses in terms of his offensive game. Feels like the league is tending to lean more, Kevin. If you had a decision between a defensive player and an offensive player, it's going the offensive player's way. So Ntilikina is going to have to step up, show that he's improved his shooting range, and then get consistent minutes on the floor.
And the first one at the line is good. You know, Brent, seeing a player develop, a young player, rookie player, in one season from beginning to end improve so much is really fun to watch. We've had a couple over the last couple of years.
Oh, yeah. Last year especially, we looked at what was happening in Atlanta and the finish by Trae Young.
Exactly.
As a top draft choice by the end of the year, what he was doing, 30-point games plus 10 assists a game, the comfort level on the floor, it was off the charts. I think that way very similarly, Kevin, to the year that Kevin Durant spent in Seattle playing for the Supersonics before going to OKC, before Westbrook got drafted and the team moved. Kevin Durant was allowed to do everything on the floor, and the mandate, much like for what we saw Trae Young, is go out there and do everything. Find out not only what you can do, but more importantly right now, what you can't do, because you are the leader of this franchise moving forward, and in the offseason, you know exactly what to pinpoint coming back in the next year.
That's a great answer. Now, here is Morris. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. Off target from outside.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Here's Ntilikina. Nance with some nice D.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
Love the pass to Nance. Goes up again, and Gibson sends it back.
Taj Gibson doing a good job of just getting the hands up, and then the instincts come into play with the block.
From deep. It's rebounded by Barrett.
Yeah, still trying to calibrate right now because he had 1 3 in the first quarter, but nothing since.
Here's Randall. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. To the inside. And the jam by Larry Nance.
Oh, yeah. When Larry Nance Jr. sees a chance to throw it down, he'll throw down.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Gibson passes to Barrett. From outside, off the mark. The Cavaliers leading by 13. Garland with it. We've got 1:48 left to play here in the second quarter. Great D that time from Gibson. In the corner, Barrett with it. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And the jam by Larry Nance.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
Well, last season, Kevin Love suffering the toe injury in the very first exhibition game. He'd be ready to carry the load, but surgery and a long rehab set him back.
For the Cavaliers, Porter's checked in for Osman. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Sexton. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Garland. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Gibson. Portis comes in for Julius Randle. Knox, he's checked in for Morris. And it's Dennis Smith in for Ntilikina. And after playing as the second, or even Greg, the third option behind LeBron James, Kevin Love embracing a bigger role.
Give him a lot of credit. He sacrificed stats to help Cleveland win a title. Intriguing to see what he can accomplish when he's set loose.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Let's get some information from the 2K leaderboard. In about the last 10 games in the NBA, during that span, these teams have the most second chance points in the league. Number 1, the Knicks.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points.
The first free throw is good.
Tons and tons of playing time to be had in New York for Coach Fizdale. Second round players, second chance players. A lot of these guys are going to get their shot. Of course, R.J. Barrett, the guy they're going to lean on most to see what he's capable of doing and how quickly he can learn. But the Knicks have a ton of developing to do this year.
He doesn't get the second one. Knicks trail by 19. Here's Knox, poked loose. One-on-one fast break. Here's Dellavedova. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Dellavedova, feisty, gets in there, gets the steal, and then gets it ahead.
Smith kicks to Robinson. Now, here's Barrett. 5 points in the game.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
Now Dellavedova. 12 seconds left in the first half. 18 feet out. They get it again. Thompson. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Unreal. Tristan not worrying in the least about the defense that time, just powering through.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
One shot.
That free throw good from Thompson.
Tristan Thompson is one of the best offensive rebounders in the NBA. So to do that, you can't be afraid to throw your weight around.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And so it's Cleveland holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. From one Kevin to another, you guys were dominant in that first half and you have a big lead, but do you forget about that in the second half?
Oh yeah, we got to treat it like a 0-0 game. I know we're going to stay in the locker room. We got to come out and win the third quarter. If we do that, we feel like we'll be okay. But like I said, this team is tough. We know they're capable of coming back.
Well, we'll see what happens, Kevin. Thanks. Now back to the other Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. It's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what do you think?
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half. Start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. The Knicks shooting a low 30% mark from the field. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And New York, looking at who they've got. Taj Gibson is out there with Randall. Then it's Barrett. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Ntilikina in at the point guard. And Gibson over to help. Sexton kicks to Garland. No good on the triple.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why. Still, I expect him to make one of those.
Here's Ntilikina. Inside, here's Gibson, and it's Gibson finishing it off.
Ntilikina sensing when one of his guys was not covered, and then he found him.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season we thought the Knicks' cornerstone player was Kristaps Porzingis. But the player and the team fell out of love with each other, and the Knicks traded him to Dallas. The draft picks and cap space freed them up for a wild summer, led by the drafting of rookie R.J. Barrett in the draft. Now New York has one of the more drastically revamped rosters in the league. Kevin, there's a lot to be excited about going forward in the Big Apple.
Big moves indeed, David. Thank you. Randall, great positioning on the putback.
Somebody not alert to block out the wide frame of Julius Randle, who gets in there after the loose ball.
Garland dishes to Love. For the three, Garland with the bucket. Garland's got 7 points in the game.
All right, after 4 misses, they finally get one to go. That has to be a big relief for the offense after beginning this half on a bit of a cold streak.
And there it is for him.
Well, Frank looking better and better here on the offensive end.
Cleveland leading by 19. Pass to Thompson. He kicks it to Sexton. Back to Thompson. Pass to Osman. 5 to shoot. Over Morris. And it's Osman missing. So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Randall with the bucket.
In a coaching hire by the Cavaliers that caught most off guard, John Beilein had led the Michigan Wolverines for 12 seasons, their all-time leader in coaching wins.
Well, there was also talk the year prior about John Beilein joining the Detroit Pistons organization, so finally making the jump to the NBA, where it's a much different challenge. It's going to be very interesting to see how it is that Coach Beilein implements a lot of his offensive schemes that were so successful in college.
On the free throw, no good. And Brent out of Macedonia, Jetty Osman, 24 years of age and second in minutes played for the Cavs last season.
Yeah, Jetty, a lot of tumult around the team with his introduction to NBA basketball, but don't forget, a couple years playing pro in Europe and a top player on the Turkish national team. I think he's really ready for a bigger role with this organization.
Here's Osman following the basket by Julius Randle, and the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's foul number 2 for him. On defense, the Knicks, 17-point game. Here's Osman, defended by Gibson. Shot clock at 5. It's stolen by Randle.
The instincts on defense on full display there. It was a gamble for sure, but it paid off big time in the form of a steal.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Now, here's Garland. He has 7. To the middle, here's Thompson. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. 9 points for Tristan Thompson.
Thompson shoots such a high percentage on the inside, most of his shots coming around the rim.
The pass to Randle. Over Love. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 2.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011, Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
That free throw good from Thompson. And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians, but as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle.
And New York making a change here. Ellington's checked in. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Knicks trail by 18. Here's Ntilikina. Feeds it to Randle. That shot missing. Good D by Love.
Now, I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin.
Launches it. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Randle's got 7 rebounds in the game. Out to the right wing. Barrett uses the glass to finish the layup. Barrett's got 7 points in the game.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Now, here's Garland. Defense is right there. Sexton deciding where to go with it. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And obviously some good players have taken less money for a chance at a winning championship situation. That's made some rich teams even better.
Well, you have to appreciate a player in that regard, thinking that the financial gains that he could have somewhere else and playing for a team that's not capable of doing what it is that you're trying to do, and that's win a championship, that they've decided, look, it's not about that for me. What it is about the experience of being around a team that elevates itself to being the best team in the league. And if you're fortunate enough at the highest level, Kevin, as a basketball player, to be around a championship, that experience sticks with you for a lifetime. So you do appreciate guys looking for those opportunities to be around a championship.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
Now here's Randall. Love grabs the board. Love's got rebound number 13 with that last one.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Passes it to Randall, and Randall throws it down.
You wonder if the coaching staff is encouraging these kind of nights and aggressive play from Randall to take over.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And for Frank Ntilikina, some questions as to where he is best suited.
I mean, for me, I like when he plays more off the ball. I mean, he's shown that he could become a scorer when he only has to worry about that aspect of his game. Still very young and has a great set of skills with which to work.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Nancy's checked in for Love. Porter comes in for Jetty Osman. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Colin Sexton. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Garland. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Randall. Bobby Portis comes in for Morris. Kevin Knox is checked in for Wayne Ellington. And Smith subbed in for Frank Ntilikina. And so here is New York following the score by Cleveland. Here's Barrett. Plays it up and banks it in. Barrett's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Making plays in traffic. This is where Barrett's most effective.
Dellavedova, the pass to Thompson. Outside Porter. Lets it go from 14. And there's another one for the Cavaliers. Porter. Knicks trail by 18. Smith surveying the D. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And you spend any amount of time watching Dennis Smith Jr., Greg, his leaping ability makes for some impressive highlights.
Kevin, he's got the size and the off-the-charts athleticism. Now just trying to figure out how to realize his obvious potential.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Smith.
You think about the Cavs and the 2 MVP awards that were won for that franchise. Of course, that was LeBron James in back-to-back seasons, both in 2009 and 2010.
He hits both from the stripe. And then in 2013 with Miami, LeBron Brent finished 1 ballot shy of earning all the MVP votes.
We wouldn't see a unanimous MVP winner until Steph Curry did it in 2016. But just as impressive, if not more so, LeBron James with a total of 4 MVP trophies over a 5-year span.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Now, here's Clarkson. 7 points in the game. Second chance shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, if Thompson is going to get that deep, you almost have to wrap 2 hands around him and hope he doesn't score.
And a trying summer for the New York Knicks fans. After trading away Porzingis, they were hoping to get a big-name player in free agency, Greg, and they didn't.
You know, shocking they refused to offer the max to Kevin Durant. I mean, there were concerns with the Achilles, but instead he ends up in Brooklyn. Combine that with fans' disappointment at missing out on Zion Williamson, and the saga continues.
That free throw good from Thompson.
You look at the youth movement here going on in Cleveland. They had a lottery pick to work with 2 seasons in a row, and now a college coach coming in with a bunch of young players. You wonder if some of their veteran guys might not be around the entire season as they look to continue to try to collect some assets to rebuild this franchise.
And Brent, the Cavaliers have been lucky with high lottery picks.
Yeah, they got really lucky with that #1 pick in LeBron James many moons ago, Kevin, but it's time for a rebuild here in Cleveland, and you wonder what the rookies that are coming in this season, along with John Beilein as a tremendous offensive coach in college at the University of Michigan, if this all doesn't help accelerate some of the learning curve for these young, talented players.
Now here is Dellavedova. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from the wing. They get it back. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
For Cleveland, they have shot just above 55% of the line, going 5 of 9.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
Thompson no good on the free throw.
And with the Knicks rebuilding their roster this summer, there is hope in the air.
Well, 2 big swings they were hopeful to take. One was at the draft and ending up getting the 2nd overall pick in R.J. Barrett. Certainly points the team in the right direction. The second one was in free agency. And unfortunately for the New York Knicks, again, a bit of a swing and a miss. So we'll see if through some youth and maybe some flexible contracts, the Knicks can find a way to finally construct something in Gotham.
Here's Knox. He's covered by Clarkson. Knox misses. The Cavaliers leading by 15. It's stolen by Barrett. Now Barrett pushing it up, and no one back to stop him. And Barrett slams it in.
Great activity there from Barrett. When he ups his intensity on defense, he's a difference maker.
And here is Dellavedova. Pass to Clarkson. Fires from deep. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Cavaliers lead by 15.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Knox. Smith outside, lets the 3 fly. Porter pulls it in. Here's Clarkson. Cleveland gets it back.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Now here is Smith. He's got 12. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. For New York, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
One shot.
And the former Razorback, Bobby Portis, took a few years to find his spot in the NBA, but now he does produce.
And great big man to bring in off the bench. Good size and quickness combination, and will always give you scoring with that second unit.
Now here is Smith. Portis finds Smith. Unable to get that one. So Cleveland will take it the other way. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points, and the shot goes down. Porter's got 10.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of play.
Smith the pass to Robinson. .109 left in the third. Here's Barrett. New York, no good that time either. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. It's an 18-point lead. Outside, Porter. Back to Dellavedova. Robinson with the block. Here's Barrett. Rebounded by Clarkson.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Knox misses. The Cavaliers leading by 18. Here's Porter. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. From deep three-point range, it's off.
Fantastic defense from Barrett there. It helps big time when he gives the hustle and stays home with his man.
Tristan Thompson, he's been the guy making things happen for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The Cavaliers leading by 18. Nance and Thompson are up front. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Porter in at the small forward position. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Here's Clarkson, and too long on the shot.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Barrett, it's good, the assist that time from Smith. And that's 15 points for R.J. Barrett.
Recognizing spacing on the floor there, Dennis Smith Jr. with a nice job of delivering.
Clarkson with the ball. For 3, hits it from three-point range.
Like to see more of that from Clarkson. Just get more consistent from the three-point line. Steps up and knocks that one down.
Bounce pass Smith from 12 feet out, and the Knicks good for 2.
Great use of the bounce pass. Thumbs down on that one, Kevin. Tough to defend against.
The Cavaliers shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Dellavedova dishes to Thompson. Clarkson on the wing. Over Barrett. It's rebounded by New York.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Knox, guarded by Porter, and Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, few players in the NBA are as scary as Dennis Smith Jr. when he has speed towards the rim.
Smith just attacks with a ferociousness when he puts the ball on the floor. It can leap out of the building and strong enough to dunk over and through just about any player. Still developing the rest of his game, but you like his aggression when going to the hoop.
He's off on the first. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Love's checked in for Nance. Osman comes in for Clarkson. Sexton, he's checked in for Porter. And it's Garland in for Matthew Dellavedova. And then for New York, Randall's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Morris comes in for Kevin Knox. And Frank Ntilikina's subbed in for Smith. And he sinks the second.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Here's Garland. Count it. And the Cavaliers lead by 18.
They're going to have to come up with a better matchup. This guy just too much speed.
Here's Ntilikina. Basket good.
Proving he belongs in this league. Ntilikina getting better at taking contact and finishing.
Garland kicks to Love. Pass to Garland. Dishes it to Thompson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Well, Thompson's out there to throw his weight around. He did it that time.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw missing.
And they better hope their performance at the line in the second half doesn't come back to bite them. Missing your free throws is a good way to cough up a lead.
Good on the second free throw.
Boy, is he really getting after it here in the second half, just drawing a ton of fouls.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Good.
He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
Now, here's Garland. And the pass to Osman. To the paint. And that one's good. Love. And the Cavaliers lead by 17.
Smartly played there from Love. He knows exactly where to cut after he sets that screen.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Down low. Got a piece of it. Here's Randall. Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now, here's Garland. Not a lot of room. And now the Knicks on the break. Goes up. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Ntilikina's defense and pressure right there, starting the fast break.
Sexton the pass to Osman. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for your Cavaliers, Cedi Osman. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe. Knicks trail by 15. Here's Ntilikina. To the inside. Here's Morris. Trying to get open is Randall. Morris with the bucket.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Pass to Love. Shoots the three. That's the sixth make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Here's Ntilikina. Over in the corner, Randall. 6 on the shot clock. Over Love. That one wide left.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the Knicks. They trail by 16. Here's Ntilikina. New York needs to get off a shot. The rebound by Kevin Love. Love's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Now, here's Garland. Love outside. Pass to Garland. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
I don't know if you push the panic button now, but that's the 4th personal. And he needs to stay aggressive out there. So going to be interesting to see how he plays moving forward.
Taj Gibson's checked in for the Knicks. Now here's Thompson. Now Garland. Got a hand on it.
No, sir. Randall up there says,
Here's Ntilikina. Powered down with both hands.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Now, here's Garland. A floater. Ntilikina with the rebound. Knicks trail by 14. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
It's tipped, but he gets it back. And here is Garland. Love outside. The 3. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Ntilikina kicks to Gibson. Pass to Barrett. Back to Gibson. Here's Ntilikina. Some nice passing by New York here. From deep. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. The Cavaliers leading by 17. Garland with it. The pass to Love. Off target with his 3. Knicks have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the 4th quarter. Really getting it done. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Ntilikina, well-traveled, born in Belgium, growing up in France, and joined the NBA as the 2nd youngest player in the league's history as a rookie.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Ntilikina.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
And he makes both free throws.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
The Cavaliers leading by 15. Garland kicks to Love. All sorts of time. Love with another miss.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Ntilikina. Randall outside. That's tipped. And he lays it straight in. Randall's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, Randall finding out some creative ways how to score on the inside, becoming smarter and more adept at doing so.
Here's Osman, covered by Morris. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries. Knicks trail by 15. Ntilikina looking it over. And Sexton over to help. Shot clock at 6. Ntilikina passes to Morris. Trying to get open is Randall. Here's Gibson. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Thompson's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Here's Barrett. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Cavaliers leading by 15. Now, here's Garland. Looking to get back on track here. Great D that time from Gibson.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Barrett with the ball. He's going up against Love. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Nice pump fake there. Barrett is an all effort and athleticism. He pays attention to his craft.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. The Cavaliers leading by 15. Now Garland. He dishes it to Sexton. With the teardrop, and Gibson sends it back. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Six to shoot. Now here's Sexton, defended by Gibson.
Now Gibson is going to get gritty on defense. Does a solid job right there of staying in front of his man. Nothing easy.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Yeah, that pops your confident balloon out there, just completely deflating when plays like that happen.
New York calls timeout. And in the summer of 2018, Kevin Love signed a 4-year, $120 million extension to remain in Cleveland.
Yeah, and Kevin right now is the bridge from what was to potentially what will be. And in that what will be scenario, what will be happening is Kevin Love probably gets traded at some point. But he's been great for Cleveland. He's been a great ambassador for the city. The things that he's doing off the court philanthropically have been amazing. And Kevin Love is not done in the NBA. Still another team out there for him to go to and contribute to.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Love.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
Their losing streak had gotten to the point where anybody had to put his foot down. And even though there were other more probable candidates, he's been the one to take over that leadership role. Here's Ntilikina. Passes to Randall. Morris looking over the floor. Shot clock at 6. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. And so Sexton will bring it up for Cleveland. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points, and that one drops. Osman's got 10 points in just the second half. Knicks trail by 19. Here's Ntilikina. Morris outside. Randall right side. And the rejection by Love.
Well, how about that? Kevin Love getting up and making a statement block there.
Offensive rebound, Gibson. And at last, they get one to fall.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Cleveland.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year. A very solid win indeed, and when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Love.
Just a force on the glass, did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound.
If you were commissioner, Brent, of the NBA, would you add or alter any rules right now?
Wow. First of all, I think you get to fly on a really nice plane wherever you're going, and you get to go to any game you want to.
Yes.
So sign me up for that job.
With courtside seats, by the way, too.
Add or alter any NBA rules. I think the game is in a pretty good place right now, Kevin. And there's not much that I think is out there for us to change.
It seems like All-Star Weekend and the length of the season seems to be two pretty prominent things that continually come up.
Yeah, and as far as the question, I guess my head was going to things that are on the floor.
I was thinking that too, but I couldn't think of anything that really...
On the floor, it's tough to figure out something that could be adjusted. And I know Adam Silver and David Stern before him, all of their concern mostly is about
the game,
the optics of the game.
Yes.
And right now, it's in a pretty good spot.
It's very pleasing to watch, there's no doubt. Here's Dellavedova, following the score by Taj Gibson. And here is Dellavedova. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
You catch a defender out of position like that, and Dellavedova, he could be a sneaky, tough cover.
Matthew Dellavedova. 2 shots.
And that one misses.
An 86% foul shooter for his college career. Dellavedova hasn't been quite that consistent at the pro level.
That one misses. New York shooting in the 4th quarter has been efficient at 56%. Here's Dotson, trying to get open as Robinson lays it up off the glass.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Now here's Wade. Left side, Knight. The shot's good on the assist by Wade.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Here's Robinson. Pass to Gibson. Pass to Trier from past the arc. And it's Zizic with the rebound. Dellavedova with the ball. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. See you later.